Welcome, respected friends, sadhakas. Again, remembering Shruti Mata, thanking her for giving us another day opportunity to study Shastra, thanking our Guru Parampara, Guru Tattva Swaguru, recognizing their eternal subtle presence, and they are providing again this opportunity to come in touch with the truth. Thanking to all Adhisthana Devatas, keeping our faculties intact, because of which one more day we have to pursue this sadhana. Thanking to our Adi Parashakti Mata that she has put us in the good Sattva of seeking the Jnana rather than indulging in the world through Rajotamo. Thanking to the Ishvara that is training us slowly to learn surrender so that it facilitates him to remove the curtain of Maya. And thanks to Parabrahma that we have come to know that there is such truth with which we have to identify as our ultimate goal of moksha. By invoking the grace of all of that, let us ensure that we are active, dynamic, we are hardworking, we are the sadhakas, we are the shrotas, we are the jignasus, we are the mumukshus, we are the shishyas, we are the bhaktas, we have the vairagya sufficient, we have done our duties to the world, and we respect, revere, and serve our Sanatana Dharma. The desire to study Shastra, the desire to gain the Jnanam, the desire to do the sadhana, and desire to find the Atmanamurti and get the moksha. On these four things only, we have to focus more and more to become stronger in that understanding and conviction. Through all our everyday exposure of Shastra Jnana, these four things should happen. Desire to study the Shastra, desire to deeply understand the goal and means, desire to do the sadhana till the result of the Atmanamurti comes. About these four things, we have to become so pakka clear that anything other than this we should understand to be binding only. Therefore, both the sense of urgency to give up them all, not to involve in anything, and sense of urgency in doing these things and achieving these things for which we are ready to pay every cost, every price. That should be the achievement which we have to have. Friends, today we are studying the Shwethashwathara Upanishad. Each topic what Bhagavan Shankara is developing is so perfect, so powerful, so divine, so beautiful, so required and important. Whether it is the first topic of telling our Swarupa and how do we get bound and what is the way of moksha. Second topic of telling that only Atma Prapti is moksha through so many quotations. The third topic of denying the Purapakshi's word of moksha is achieved through the karma. Now the topic next one is so again practically important, I tell you. At our level, though the earlier studied three topics are very essential theoretically, practically देखा जाए जो अब हम पढ़ रहे हैं ना वो सबसे important है. What? So, as much focus we can do and study it, so much it is important to us. So much very useful, good for us. So, let us not miss these 3 days of classes today, tomorrow, day after. Maybe today, tomorrow. I don't know how much time it will take. But so many beautiful, again, quotations from Gita, the other Puranas, etc., necessitating the doing of various given karmas exclusively for Antakarna Shuddhi. And the topic is unambiguous, very clear that just as without the Upanishad Ukta Brahmatmaik Anubodha, there is no moksha. In the same way, without Antakarana Shuddhi, this sadhana cannot be done. And without doing the karma as karma yoga, this Antakarana Shuddhi can never be gained. Having gained these informations and knowledges, becoming very, very pakka in that, and we have to ensure that every moment we are involved in these prakriyas of Antakarana Shuddhi with the Shuddha Antakarana, Tattva Jignasa through Tattva Shravana, Tattva Adhyayana, Tattva Manana Chintana. In that way, totally when one is dedicated in course of time, when all the obstacles are cleared, when the distances are covered, then the experience of self is gained. Pakka gained. If we are pakka in knowing and doing what we have to know and do, the equally pakka is the result gaining. Just as whoever have not at all done this have never reached. So to whoever have done it, all of them have reached. So these blessings which we are receiving nowadays through the study of this Sambandha Bhashya, Shwethashwathara Upanishad have to be very preciously reserved and kept. So to evening the Yoga Vasishtha, the great teachings of Sri Rama, that also same Viveka Vairagya. And unparalleled Shivananda Lahari, the great guidance to be the devotee. देखो डिवोशन सिखा रहे, वैराग्य सिखा रहे, योग सिखा रहे, वेदांत हमको सिखा रहे. These are the four main pillars for spiritual evolution. है ना? Let us really encash them. Enjoy listening, enjoy learning, enjoy doing, enjoy reaching the goal that we have to create from within. And nobody can force from outside for long time. No outer obligations can sustain us on the path for long time. You can see in our own classes, people, those who come out of obligation, they slowly drop out. One by one class, they start leaving. One, two, three, four, totally. But for those who have got inspiration from within, like you will not leave it. And that is the way, that is the only way. So great is the topic today, tomorrow. To be seriously, sincerely taking to the heart and not a secret. It has been studied umpteen number of times, but one more time, befitting to the topic here, relating to the topic here, it is developed. So let us see. Before that, let us just have our Shanti Mantra Ucharana Ityadi. And today's common sense thought we have already spoken. The desire for Shastra Dhenam, desire for gaining the Jnanam regarding Lakshya and Marga, desire to follow the Marga and till the goal is reached, not stopping anywhere. These four, and in them the exclusiveness, in which ready for sacrificing, giving up anything, which are really worthy to give up. If in these things we are becoming stronger, that means बहुत बड़ा पड़ाव या पहाड़ हम पार कर कर आ गए. अब बस दर्शन का समय ज़्यादा दूर नहीं है. Darshan is not difficult, but those deep inner sadhanas are to be achieved. For that only these preparations. So that's already spoken. Straight away enter into the chants. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsha Rishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhya. Om Yairime Guruvehi Purvam पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Om Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Shankaram Lokashankaram ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिदाकृतयो विचरन्ति महामः सच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्री श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो नमः श्री वेदव्यास महर्षे श्वेताश्वतर महर्षे आदि भ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्धिद्वारा मोक्षप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः ज्ञानयोगभक्त्यादिमोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगतिशान्तिकल्याण एकता पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने कङ्कणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां भक्तशिष्यसाधकसेवक उपासक श्रेयोभिलाषिणाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति द्वारा बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा निरंतर प्रेरणोत्साह द्वारा नित्य निरंतर धर्म संस्थापन कार्य दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन निश्चेतापूर्वक साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे आदौ श्री आद्य शंकर कृत मंगलाचरण श्लोकम ॐ नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमद्वयमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम् अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषत् प्रथमोऽध्यायः शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ अथ सम्बन्धभाष्यम् नारायण So what was discussed so far is Upanishad Vedya means Upanishad के द्वारा जाने जाने वाला ब्रह्मानुभूति alone is the final hetu for moksha. Karma is never. For all the various reasons we have discussed. Do you mean to say therefore karma is totally redundant? No. Once it is understood that only jnana is the mukti hetu, our heart should be settled in that now. Now the question is, even though jnana is the hetu for the mukti, but jnana is not just like that, gainable, available to all. It requires the qualification. The qualification is the antakarna shuddhi. Antakarna shuddhi has to be achieved only through involving in the karma. It is the dharma karma, it is the upasana karma, it is the yajna karma with only sankalpa of antakarna shuddhi. And when we start doing really, maybe few years, decades, we'll clearly come to know. We can experience that. Now my antakarna is becoming purer, it is getting quietened, it's getting subtler, it is getting settled. Now I am qualified. Inside, the call starts coming from within only to pursue the Upanishad Adhyanam, to go deep in the Adhyanam of it by spending hours together, and then the desire, restlessness inside to sit for meditation for hours together, ये अंदर का पुकार आने लगता है. We can have all those signs, symptoms, etc. No doubt at all. When we involve in the required antakarana shuddhi processes of all this. But none of these spiritual sadhanas can be taken up or done without the conscious awareness that what I am doing, what for I am doing, and then doing also consciously. So, like I am doing this satsanga for what? For the clarity of the subject of the Upanishadic Jnanam, as well as clearing the Rishiruna and serving the world, all of that leading to the settling of my mind in its calmness and purity. With this conscious understanding, consciously, I have to do this work. So too, wherever we are placed, these are the places endowed with so many activities to be done by us, only for one uddesha, perform them and get the antakarana shuddhi. And shuddhi of the antakarana is removal of rajas and tamas and increase in the sattva guna. Tamas is laziness, lethargy, procrastination, indolences. Rajoguna is bahirmukata, interest in the things and beings and vishyas of the world. इसका absence होना. Sattva is calm and quiet and zeal and zest inside to know the truth, to do the sadhanas. You understand? These are the symptoms of the each of the guna. The removal of those two, tamo rajo obstacles increase in the sattva. If it is happening, then our antakarna becoming shuddha. And in that sattva guna, as we saw, the jignasa of Paramatma, the mumukshuta from the samsara, the bhakti to the Bhagwan, the sadhana to do yoga, yoga sadhana for again the chittavritti nirodha, they take highest priority. Just like when we were in school, college, that education was the priority. When that grahastha came, earning money, taking care of children and family, found its priority. At that time, our minds are focused on that, have to be also. In the same way, our minds, when we become true sincere sadhakas, have to become single pointedly focused only on these things. It will happen when the antakarna becomes Shuddha, these things will be found in us. No time given to people, no time given to things, no time given to any other involvements because the paripakvata aa gaya is a time waste. Like yesterday, toward the end of the evening class, we discussed 2-3 minutes only, but some genuine thought. Though it was my personal expression, but then that's how it happens in everyone's life. So that great, beautiful portion we are discussing now. Yesterday we took the initiative, like in the earlier portions also. Bhagavan Adi Shankara, in the first line, he mentions the main purport or the theme. Then he goes on developing it and concludes with it. So, this is what I wanted to say. This I am saying, this I have said. 3 times he repeats. Every good speaker's goodness in speaking is this only. क्या बोलने वाले हैं वो बोलेंगे और वो बोलेंगे और क्या बोला वो बोलेंगे. Tell what you are going to tell and then tell what you have told. Three, any good speaker on any stage. I'm called for a college, school lecture. I just tell friends next 40 minutes, this is the subject we are discussing, we attend. Told, then now subject developed under these 6 subheadings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 are done. Now last 40 minutes. This was the theme that was discussed. Synopsis, summary, bullet points. Any questions? So here also, the first statement is the major statement. What it is? Yada punaha, I am studying straight away. I am not going to the above one, sab kar diya. Yada punaha, फलनिरपेक्षम ईश्वरार्थम कर्म अनुष्ठितिष्ठन्ति तदा मोक्ष साधन ज्ञान साधन अंतःकरण शुद्धि साधन पारंपर्येण मोक्ष साधनम भवति. Now to explain this or to justify this, again tens of quotations. Okay, this shloka is a poet, is a great jnani. How much ever he tries to control himself and tries to put the things in simple words, it is so beautifully explained because that more than that he cannot simplify it. It is his nature. उनको लगता है कि मैं तो बहुत simple बोल दिया. है ना? You can listen to some people who are great orators and have lot of great English language or vocabulary. Effortlessly they speak out with great vocabulary the subject. सुनने वाले को vocabulary नहीं आता. So to some हिंदी प्रवचन करतास बहुत कम है वैसे तो. इतना शुद्ध हिंदी बोलेंगे कि सुनकर लोग कहते हैं उनसे हिंदी में बोलो ना. देखा दे तत्सम शब्द संस्कृत का they use a lot. Here also, tell Shankara Bhagwan, why big sentences? Why not so simply you tell? Are Maharaj, I told you very simple only, he says. And this is 3, 4, 5 efforts we have to put to understand, then we see it simple. Like yesterday, day before, every day we are seeing even our Shivananda Lahari also. You know, such a bij adhyayamita tejase karke seyam nati shambhave. Then you and I have to struggle to understand Adhyaya Tejase, Shambhave Natihi, Amita Tejase, Shambhave Idyam Natihi. One by one word we have to call out and study. In that exercise only, our heart becomes tuned to Shankara, concentration grows, and in elaboration, the subject is understood. Shankara philosophy studying is the greatest endeavor we can do in our life. It is next best thing to what Vyasa Bhagavan has given. Next best to Vyasa is our Adi Shankara. Yesterday we see that Viveka Chudamani also, how beautifully he was developing the subject. Now your questions will answer. धन्योऽसि कृतकृत्योऽसि पावितं ते कुलं त्वया यद विद्या ब्रह्म विमुक्त्या ब्रह्म यद ब्रह्मी भवितुमर्हसि यदा विद्या बंध मुक्त्या ब्रह्मी भवितुमर्हसि दृढ़मोचर कर्तारः. How cute, how wonderful was that development. Anatma Vivekam Vivechana started yesterday. Annamaya Kosha we are seeing. We are not explaining it, but while chanting only, at least 20% to samajh mein aayega. Okay, now here I am explaining from the back. This whole sentence. The last word is bhavati. It will happen. It will become what? Moksha sadhanam bhavati. It becomes hetu sadhana for moksha. समझ गए? मोक्ष साधन मोक्ष का साधन बनता है. It becomes the cause of moksha. Sadhana means cause, means or cause. What is that? Pararamparena moksha sadhanam bhavati. So paramparena, sequentially, this becomes moksha sadhana, not directly. Directly is the jnana. But to become qualified for the jnana, you have to do the karma. Therefore, karma becomes not the pratyaksha sadhana, but paramparya sadhana for the moksha. But what is the pratyaksha sadhanam? Jnanam. So, how it becomes okay? Sadhana paramparyena moksha sadhanam bhavati. In the sequential sadhana, this becomes cause for moksha. What is that? Antahkarana shuddhi sadhana paramparyena. By getting us the shuddhi of our antakarana, in this sequence of the sadhanas, it becomes sadhana for moksha. What is that? Jnana sadhana, antakarana shuddhi sadhana paramparena. Jnana sadhana means you are able to gain the Siddhanta Jnana and meditate on that. This is possible only through the antakarana shuddhi. And for the antakarana shuddhi, in the sadhana parampara, this becomes sadhana. And the सबसे पहले क्या है? मोक्ष साधना, ज्ञान साधना, अंतःकरण शुद्धि साधना पारंपर्येण. So what we have to achieve? Sadhana ultimate क्या है? मोक्ष. How do you get the moksha? Jnana sadhana, which is explained so far, that through the Upanishadic Adhyanam, that Jnana sadhana happens. So the goal is to liberate from all limitations. Therefore, moksha is a sadhya vastu. So moksha का साधन क्या है? ज्ञान. तो ज्ञान इज द साध्य वस्तु. उसके लिए साधन क्या है? अंतःकरण शुद्धि. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज अंतःकरण शुद्धि कैसा आएगा? ऊपर कहा. यदा पुनः try to catch it. One, phala nirapeksham, without expecting any trace of any type of phala. Phala nirapeksham, Ishwarartham, for the sake of Ishvara or arpana done to the Ishvara, offering to the Ishvara, karma anushtita anutishtanti, those who do the anushtana of the karma. So, the karma which is done as anushtana, the karma in which it is Ishvara arpita, the karma which is phala nirapeksha. That karma which is done by anyone as an anushtana without phalapeksha by Ishvara arpana buddhi, that becomes paramparayena moksha sadhana. And in that parampara, what are the steps? First, phala nirapeksha, Ishvara arpana buddhya karma anushthanam, पीछे से आना अभी, leading to अंतःकरण शुद्धि, leading to jnana sadhana, leading to moksha. Now, in this sequential understanding, nowhere we have to compromise with it. Nowhere we should try to find any shortcut. Because our earlier lives, lot of karma anushtanas done with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi and Phala Nirapeksha, and the result of that in this life, if you find our antakarana is absolutely shuddha from any raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, rajo, tama guna, straight away go for jnanam. And through the jnanam, which is the moksha sadhanam, get the moksha. But every one of us know what is our अंतःकरण. थोड़ा आंख बंद करके देखो, हमको पता होता है. If we find the ashuddhi of the अंतःकरण in yoga bhasha of Muda Bhumika and Kshipta Vikshipta. Muda is Tamoguna, Kshipta Vikshipta is Rajoguna. Then we need to do the karma anushtana. And which karma to be done? Already discussed open. 4 karmas. Swadharma anushtana karma, then yajna karma, then dana karma, then tapo karma. All these are technically in Gita, 3rd chapter called as Niyata karma. Bhagavan explains the 4 karmas there. Nishiddha karma, kamya karma, nitya karma, naimittika karma. Nishiddha karma is prohibitory. उसकी तरफ देखना भी नहीं, चोरी करना, झूठ बोलना, धोखाधड़ी देना, करना, ऑल वर्णाश्रम के अनुसार जो निषिद्ध है, मनुष्य होने के नाते जो निषिद्ध है, छोड़ दिया. काम्य कर्म as a sadhaka, they have to be dropped. Nitya karma to maintain ourselves, to clear our runa to the world through the whatever the dharma seva we have to do. Naimitika karma is all these yajnas, the upasanas, the guru sevas. They come in front of us. Be alert. Be quiet. Catch ki these are the karmas which have come in front of me. I am performing them for my antakarana shuddhi. And antakarana happens when phala nirapeksha ishvara arpana buddhi. कर्म से पहले फल निरपेक्ष था. कर्म के टाइम कर्म डन एज एन अनुष्ठानम. आफ्टर द कर्म डन द फल इज निरपेक्ष ईश्वर अर्पण बुद्धि. द होल सेट ऑफ दिस कर्म इज ऑफर्ड टू ईश्वर. Go on doing. Then the lot of imaginary attachments, expectations, restlessnesses, chanchalata of the mano, all of them will go away. That calmness, quietness, purity that is felt inside, no poet can describe it. One has to experience it. That's called as Antakarana Shuddhi. Such heart seeks nothing of the world outside. Rama is in that state of being. I want nothing from outside. बाबा क्यों ये लोग मेरे को फोर्स कर रहे हैं? शुद्ध हो गया अंतःकरण उनका. But still, no clarity as to what to achieve. Then the gurus now they'll take up from the next prakarana. He is a very fit bhumika, his heart is, so it can be sown with the seeds of Tattvajnana, Atmajnana. In Rama's case, sowing the seeds, growing the plant, giving the phala of moksha, fatavat dhanadhan, because he's an avatara. He'll have to do the whole Rama Katha, Ramayana Katha. In our case, slowly it will happen. So we have discussed today what are the karmas which we have to do and avoid, and those karmas have to be done as anushtanam, means regularly, perfectly. That in Gita mein mukta sangha samacharaha, without attachment to the doership before the action, to the enjoyership after the action. Then doing it while doing samyak achara, with a total perfection, dedication, application, and system, following the system. जैसा करना वैसा, isn't it? So, what is not to be done, given up. What is to be done, done. Done with what? Nishtha. And what are the two attitudes? One is phala nirapeksha. The moment you have sankalpa of the phala, that phala will come. अंतःकरण और भी अशुद्धि हो जाएगा. कुछ नहीं चाहिए मुझे दुनिया का इस कर्म से, फल के रूप में. Only inner antakaran shuddhi I want. And mind you, we are placed wherever we are by the Lord with the bounden duties only to perform them perfectly and seek the result of them in the heart as the purity. Antakaran shuddhi. Then Shuddha Antakarana fit for yoga, bhakti and jnana, through them moksha. If we are very clear in these understandings and convinced also about it, and strong enough to take initiative to do sadhana without stopping anywhere en route, you just कुछ ही दिन में पहुंच जाएंगे हम लक्ष्य. But what happens, right from the first step of Ashraddha in the presence of Parabrahma, Ashraddha in the Shastra, Ashraddha in the Guru and his teachings and the sadhanas indicated by him, and still Shraddha in the world, worldly people and things and bhoga, ये ना हमको इस ज्ञान में, ज्ञान के परिपक्वता में, ज्ञान को फॉलो करने में ये सारे बाधा डालते हैं. This is where we have to be careful. That is what is said as उद्धरेद आत्मनात्मनम आत्मा एव आत्मनः बंधुः आत्मा एव आत्मनः रिपुः. My own mind is in this way my own enemy. But these shortcomings, these unwanted things, when they are removed, just replace. No more Shraddha or interest in the world and worldly things. More and more Shraddha in the presence of Parabrahma and experiencing him gives the moksha. On that aspect, Shraddha, then that is taught to me by the Shastra or by the Guru through the Shastra. So that Shraddha leading to that love, leading to the dedication, commitment, ruthlessness in doing them, and while doing so, ruthlessly saying no to everything else, which we do every day at the time of coming to the class. It has become a habit to us. We are ruthlessly rejecting the nidra, all other interactions, contacts, and all. World also settled accordingly. And we are ruthless in our decision. आएंगे बैठेंगे क्लास में बस सुनेंगे. That's what we are able to do. For what example only, for whatever the reason we are overwhelmed by anything else, any reason, then that day we miss the classes. Example. So therefore, what are the obstacles which are not allowing me to gain these most genuine important things? That's so much deep Shraddha in the Paramatma presence, existence, and Shraddha in that his Anubhuti alone is the cause of moksha, means experiencing him. And that is done through my inner sadhanas. And for that, Nitya Shastra Shravana, Adhyayana, Manana, Chintana. वो ऑब्स्टेकल्स को निकाल के इसको हम स्ट्रेंथन करते हुए आगे बढ़ना है. इसको कहा अभी श्रद्धा करके. So therefore, so simple. Phala nirapeksha, Ishwararana buddhya. When the to be done karmas are done as anushtanam, that leads to antakarana shuddhi, that leads to jnana sadhana, that leads to moksha sadhana. That is a main sentence, should never be forgotten. इसको 1000 बार जप करो. इट इज बेटर देन डूइंग जप ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमो नारायण, ओम श्री राम जय राम, श्री कृष्णा शरण मम. वो करोड़ बार कहो, उसका कोई फायदा नहीं. फायदा है तो दैट लीड्स टू दिस नॉलेज. दिस नॉलेज हैज टू बी रिमेंबर्ड नाउ. ईश्वरार्पण बुद्धिया फल निरपेक्ष कर्मानुष्ठानम लीडिंग टू अंतकरण शुद्धि, लीडिंग टू द ज्ञान साधना, लीडिंग टू मोक्ष प्राप्ति. Jnana sadhana means all this process of studying Shastras, doing the Manana Chintana, homework, becoming very clear about what is to be done on the seat of meditation, all of that. And actually starting to do every day, 1 hour I am dedicating for this Jnana sadhana. Means the gained knowledge applied on the seat of meditation. That leads to slowly, the subtlety takes time. Lives together it will take, not in one life. किस लाइफ में हमने स्टार्ट किया पता नहीं, कि इस लाइफ में उपनिषद सुनने के योग्यता वी गॉट इट. ओनली सुन रहे, नो अदर commitment at all. We need to commit to study deeply and all. That may happen next 2-3 lives. Provided in this life we are prayerful and grateful to the Gurus and Shastra, God and Shastras who are blessing us in this, and we ask them, please continue. If you ask them, अब बहुत हो गया, मेरे को बंद करना है, शास्त्र सुनना है, the thought you entertain, he will send some problem in your life where you stop listening to classes. Then that becomes a habit. Then there's no effort in giving up classes, studies, sadhana. सब 100% पक्का फिर से संसार जैसे थे, जो आर्मी में कहते हैं ना. Then the people ask you, what happened? You are so serious in all your classes. You are giving up everything for that case. हाँ, मैं मस्करी कर रहा था, टाइम पास देखने के लिए. बाबा जी क्या बोलते हैं, now I am normal. That time I was abnormal. मैं अभी आपके साथ हूँ. माया, मोह, कौन पहचाना इसको? No, unless we are dedicated to the Guru and God very deeply from the heart, this inner wisdom which protects us from ourselves, it will not awaken. We are left finally with ourselves and our own mind. अब देखो कौन जीतेगा, करो युद्ध. And what is the energy for us at that time to defeat the mind and be committed in our spiritual evolution? Our gained knowledge also याद नहीं रहेगा उस समय. तब पता चलते एक्चुअली गेन किया नॉलेज की सिर्फ सुनते गए. दैट इज द नीड ऑफ गुरु भक्ति, शास्त्र भक्ति, भगवत भक्ति. दे अलोन somehow work miracles, do miracles. Then they make us alert and aware where we are going wrong, how we have to protect ourselves to be on the path consistently. Okay, now the thought is very clear. Anushtanam of the karma without phalapeksha with Ishwararpana buddhi should lead to antakarana shuddhi. What is antakarana? We know chitta mana buddhi chitta ahankara, and also the hridaya vasana kosha. What is the shuddhi of that, which now just now discussed? That should lead to jnana sadhana. And the jnana is only Upanishad में बताया जो ब्रह्म ज्ञान वही है. That jnana is one siddhanta, then sadhana, third anubhava. Siddhanta is satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Sadhana is Yoveda Noitam Guhayam Parame Vyohavan, trying to reach to that heart cave where the Shuddha Paramatma is there as Chaitanya Tattva. Knowingly keep on searching, searching, searching. One day it clicks, it happens. Which day, how many janma, we don't, depending on how much of the quantity of impurities we have. पहले उसको धुलाई करो. These impurities we don't know. When only we start cleaning, then they start coming. And एक तो डेंजर है. That day you stop your satsang, your guru and your upasana, your shastra. The whole purpose of the whole life is forgotten. The impurities will attack so fast, so powerfully, that we are just flooded into the worldliness. The only anchor and support. Do you know why? That's why every day I take 10 minutes to do the sankalpa, the upasana, puja to the devatas, gurus. Namaskar. उनकी कृपा है इसलिए मैं बैठ पा रहा हूँ क्लास में. आप आओ नहीं आओ, मैं पहले बैठू ना. I am also human. I also my mind. I also my prarabdha. I also my upadhis. No difference at all in between you and me. If I leave them 1 day, 1 hour, he will create all problems to me also. मेरा भी पेट पीड़ दर्द देखते हो ना आप तो every day. That is all prarabdhas. That is all our impurities. Try to push us away from here. Negotiating with all. Once we come and sit in the class, see the flow of the grace. जैसे हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट होने का टेंशन हमें लेना है. After that, the doctor takes care of operation. So too, coming to the class is our tension. Once we come, then the Guru Parampara will take care of teaching us, encouraging us, inspiring us, consoling us, comforting us, educating us. ये सब चलता ही रहता है. Or it has to go on. Why children are taught 15, 16 years from LKG up to that much period is required for that fellow to become little matured in using the intellect to gain the knowledge and use it. You and I also need the repeated years, lives together of listening. तभी जाकर दिमाग में थोड़ा बात बैठने लगेगा. First the thing has to enter in the intellect. Then we have to make an inquiry of it. Then we have to be convinced about it. Out of convictions come commitments to do the due sadhanas. Only when the sadhanas are done with commitments, the siddhi happens. No, all this difficult I can't do. Same process you have to do in the world also. Nothing is easy in the world. If something is easy, you made it easy by your practice. So here also you can make it easy. So, how beautiful, that sentence. Yada punaha. Yada puna means, I am telling you, once I have deferred your point of karma being the sadhana for moksha, yada punaha, now let me come to help you. Yada punaha, phala nirapeksham, without expecting the phala, any phala, stula phala or sukshma phala, ihaloka phala or paraloka phala, no phala expected. Phala nirapeksham, then ishwarartham, for the Ishwarartha मैंने ज़्यादा explain नहीं किया, because somewhere you have to have the point of surrender to whom we have to offer everything. Now here comes the need of Ishvara. In the Ishvara Pranidhana discussion, all the 4 times when you study in Yoga Sadhana, what is explained is this only. All karma with all karma phala, everything offering to Ishvara is Ishvara Pranidhana. Sarvam. Ishvara idea in spiritual sadhana is so essential. Take him as Rama or Krishna or any form, doesn't matter. दैट आलम्बन बहुत जरूर होती है. देन उनको आप अर्पण कर रहे हो. यू कैन टेक दैट ईश्वर आइज निर्गुण साकार आल्सो और सगुण निराकार. ईश्वर है जो माया को विल्ड करने वाले. टेक हिम एज शिव और राम और कृष्ण और हिरण्यगर्भ, व्हिच आर क्लिक्स टू यू. ईश्वर अर्पितम. ओके, देन ईश्वरार्थम कर्म अनुष्ठिष्ठन्ति. यदा पुनः फलनिरपेक्षम ईश्वरार्थम कर्म अनुतिष्ठन्ति तदा. If somebody in this way conscious of doing the things as an anushtana karma without phalapeksha with ishwararpana buddhi, tada moksha sadhana, jnana sadhana, antakarana shuddhi sadhana parampariyena moksha sadhanam bhavati. What karma? नॉट डायरेक्टली कर्म मोक्ष साधन नहीं बनेगा, बट अंतःकरण शुद्धि ज्ञान साधन के द्वारा इट विल बिकम मोक्ष साधना का परंपरेण साधना. मोक्ष प्राप्ति का पारंपरेण साधना कर्म बनता है, नॉट डायरेक्ट. तथा आह भगवान. भगवान कृष्ण हिमसेल्फ सेड इन गीता so many places. Here now Shankar Bhagwan quotes Gita's few shlokas to substantiate what? Karma has to be done as an anushtana without phalapeksha and Ishwararpana buddhi, so that antakarana shuddhi is gained, after which the jnana sadhana leading to moksha. Moksha is aham brahmasmi anubhuti. Jnana sadhana is siddhanta sadhana, siddhanta gaining through study and mananam and becoming convinced and meditation, etc. The jnana sadhana. Antakarana shuddhi is already said, freed from any of the required desire of the world. रजोतम पूरा निकल गया, शुद्ध सत्व. एंड दैट अचीव करने के लिए कर्मानुष्ठान without Phalapeksha, Ishwararpana Buddhi. Now, what are the shlokas? Fifth chapter wala Bhagavan Krishna quotes, Arjuna, Shankara Bhagavan quotes of Lord Krishna, chapter 5. See that beautiful shloka? Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yah लिप्यते न स पापेन padmapatramivambhasa. How beautiful is this quotation? The chant itself is so elating. Brahmani adhaya karma. Here Brahmani means with the goal of wanting to experience Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti. You know? Brahmani adhaya. Who does whatever the karma they have to do. Brahmani adhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti. Sangha to the doer, Sangha to the follower. Saha papena nalipyate. Papa means the karma phala, sakti, etc. impurifying the heart. That will not touch him. Example is Padma Patram Ivambasa. Like the lotus leaf or petal in the water. Water is in it, it is in water. But water never touches it. है ना? कमल के पत्ते फूल पे पानी डालो या कमल पत्ते फूले को पानी में डुबा दो, निकालो. Water will not touch it. So, yaha कर्माणि ब्रह्मणि आधाय संगं त्यक्त्वा करोति सः पापेन न लिप्यते यदा पद्मपत्रम अंबसा न लिप्यते. So, what is the lesson we learn from it in our own layman's language? Any domestic work also which is necessarily we have to do while doing it अपने अंदर. मुझे ब्रह्म प्राप्ति करनी है, उसके लिए ज्ञान पाना है, उसके लिए अंतःकरण और प्रारब्ध का शुद्धि होना है. फॉर दैट आई एम डूइंग दिस कर्म. This karma I am not doing to get any result of appreciation from others, nor I am doing this karma out of frustration. I am doing it joyfully, willingly, perfectly, and as an anushtana. And love to that karma, because this is the karma which is going to give me antakarna shuddhi. That's going to give me the jnana. Means make me learn the jnana. That alone gives moksha. Any work, no work is sacred or non-sacred. Once we come to this type of matured understanding, everything is sacred. Not that only pravachana sunna is sacred hai. Nah, even domestic work. But we are put. That's why I told you, we discussed 100 times. That's a great thought it is. And if you have the highest maturity of understanding, even Yuddha Kshetra, where you are killing your own guru and grandfather, that also becomes sadhana. If the understanding is not clear, your sadhana of being with the guru in the ashrama with other disciples can also become samsara. युद्ध. युद्ध भी साधना बनेगा. बात समझने की है तो साधना ही युद्ध बनेगा ना समझ को. So once we have understood, then why am I worried about all that? I am not worried. I'll do what is given to me and nothing is permanent. नहीं, जैसे 30 साल पहले जो हम करते थे वो अब नहीं है. 20 साल पहले कभी नहीं था, नहीं है अभी. 15-10 साल पहले जो है छूट गए बहुत सारे. अब ये जो फिलहाल है, दिस ऑल्सो छूटेगा. Because all of them are out of prarabdha come to us. Prarabdha never there is there for permanently. Like the children. No, you can't go on eternally taking care of them. They will grow. They'll get their job, they get married, they fly somewhere. Then that prarabdha of every day cooking for them, then packing the tiffin box, ये सब खत्म हो गया ना? Isn't it? And if the prarabdha is so bad, that nonsense will continue because you are appointed as a what do you call babysitter with the grandchildren. अब लगे रहो. इनका किस्मत ठीक नहीं है तो फंसे रहेंगे. अगर आ गया तो do it as also sadhana. Neither get indulgent with happy with bhoga कि मजा आ रहा है स्वामी मेरे पोते होते को देख रहा हूँ. Then फंस रहे हो धीरे धीरे. You are succumbing to your ego and mind and senses and becoming samsari. I took care of my grandparents. I took care of my parents. I took care of my brothers, sisters. I took care of my children. I'm now taking care of my grandchildren. 5 generations I took care, not with any attachment. देखो बंदे का कितना मजेदार होगा जिंदगी, हार्ट फील अगर है तो। नहीं है तो वी खुद ही जाकर फंस जाते हैं। पड़ोसी को बोलेंगे मेरे को बोर लग रहा है, अपने पोते को मेरे पास छोड़ के जाना। एग्जाम्पल आई एम टेलिंग। So, Brahmani Adhaya Karmani. Right now, feel it. My goal is to have the Brahma Anubhuti. Further, the process is meditation. Before that, the thorough knowledge of the Brahma Tattva through my own study. Before that, regularly coming to the class and listening. That's called as Brahmani Adhaya Karmani. To reach to that level where I am placed now, Sangam Tyaktva Karoti. I will do that work without any attachment to phala and offering into Ishvara. Brahmani Adhaya means ब्रह्म ईश्वरी है, सगुण निर्गुण, तो ईश्वर का अर्पण भी आ गया उस शब्द में। करोति यह एंड चेक इट, लिप्यते न स पापेन. He is not tainted by any papa here. Papa means the vasana samskara which pushes into worldliness. And one more very important caution, it is what? If you really free from any obligations, that time don't take up any action. Straight away go for meditation. मेडिटेशन नहीं हो रहा है, पढ़ो शास्त्र. नहीं हो रहा, सत्संग अटेंड करो. नहीं हो रहा, तब यज्ञ उपासना करो. Don't entangle in any karma of that karma where we get caught up in the attachment to anything. ये ऐसा वाला सिस्टम क्लियरली हमारे अंदर बनाना. Then every moment I am aware of my mood, therefore I am aware of what to do as a sadhana in that mood. The purpose of all our study of Shastra is to get this clarity to our intellect's understanding. Okay, so one quotation we have seen, just chant this 3 times. Brahmanyadhaya karmani sangam tyaktva karoti yah lipyate na sapapena padma patramivambhasa. ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्म लिप्यतेन स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा. ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यतेन स पापेन पद्मपत्रमिवाम्भसा. In that sangam tyaktva, let everything be clear. Okay. The kartrutva, to that also sangha we should not have. How do I avoid it? By knowing that we are put here by the Lord as His instrument. Sangam Tyaktva should include the no attachment to that particular karma also. How do we do that? At this moment of my life, for clearing my prarabdha, this is the karma I am supposed to do. There is no asakti. Thereafter, the karma, every karma leads to the phala. So toward the phala also, totally no asakti. That's the meaning of sangam tyaktva. No sangha to that. Okay. So how do you do that? Before the sangha formation or effort to remove it, beginning only सोचो कि जी हाँ मुझे भगवान ने रखा, ये काम उन्होंने दिया, तो मैं उन्हीं के अर्पणा में ये सब कर रहा हूँ. And it is not to tell anyone. Consciously feel inside, like at this very moment. My example, if I take, I am doing this class. How much I am aware that this class is an offering to the Lord. The kartrutva, the karma, the actual satsanga, and whatever the phala in that. जो भी उसका फल, क्योंकि कर्म कोई फल को देता ही है डेफिनेटली, दुष्ट फल एंड अदृष्ट फल. वॉट एवर इट इज, लॉर्ड यू टेक इट, बट गिव मी अंतःकरण शुद्धि, so that I become fit for jnanam, and through that jnanam I get the anubhuti of atman that leads to moksha. Okay, now one more quote we'll see for 2 minutes. नारायणा सेम श्लोक के बाद वाला श्लोक होगा वो. हाँ 10 और 11 बहुत बढ़िया श्लोक है. Hmm? From this, the entire essence of Karma Yoga is understood. Huh? Don't forget it. What the next shloka? Kaye namanasa buddhya kevalairindrayairapi yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma sudshuddhaye kaye namanasa buddhya kevalairindrayairapi yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma suddhaye. So yoginah karma kurvanti. So yogi. Only two people in the world. One is yogi, another is bhogi. Bhogi goes for arthakama. Yogi goes for moksha. योगी मीन्स जो मोक्ष पाना मोक्ष का लक्ष्य रखने वाला योगी है लेट अस simplify some definitions sometimes need not know 100 who wants the moment it is said yogi means what the one who wants to attain moksha through atma prapti that's it okay yoginah karma kurvanti yogi log karma karte hain by giving up all sangar attachment हमारा मूर्खता क्या होती है ना immaturity when we say give up the sangha we give up the karma only and the karma phalasakti without doing karma we maintain in the mind कर्म कभी नहीं छोड़ना कर्म के प्रति जो संग है वो छोड़ना है जैसे कर्म कुर्वन्ति is the underlining word even jnani also he has no kartavya but there is a karma fair so tasya karyam na vidyate kaha शास्त्र में तस्य कर्म न विद्यते नहीं कहा कार्य मीन्स मस्ट एंड शुड टू बी डन ड्यूटी ऐसे कार्य नहीं है लेकिन कर्म चलता ही रहता है बिकॉज कर्म इज इंसिग्निया ऑफ लाइफ दो कर्म इज नॉट हेतु फॉर मोक्ष फाइनल बट कर्म के बिना रह ही नहीं सकते हम देखो योगी ना कर्म कुर्वन्ति योगी लोग कर्म करते हैं योगी बनना चाहने वाले संगम त्यक्त्वा by giving up the attachment to any of the aspects of karma and what for they do the karma then atma shuddhaye atma is your antakarana uski shuddhi ke liye and what karma the yogis do whichever come in front of them and karmas are done by these four upadhis so from the upadhi standpoint the karmas are told kayena manasa buddhya indriyaihi abhi yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye to kayena the physical activities manasa by the mind the plannings etc the emotional things required buddhya the intellectual planning about doing the work indriyaihi the indriyas do their work of perception and response so the yogi is not dead he is doing now the one who become paripakva yogi of atma jnana he also kaya manasa buddhya indriya he will do the karma but not for atma shuddhi but out of karuna to serve the world and there is no compulsion at that time but यहाँ तो compulsion है कि before antakaran shuddhi one must do the karma but what the antakaran shuddhi is gained again there is no compulsion of karma you have to give it up to pursue the jnana and atma anubhuti once established in the atma anubhuti again through upadhi we may or may not there is an option no compulsion but पहले तो ये compulsion है अंतकरण शुद्ध करना ही पड़ेगा कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति सङ्गं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये any karma which comes in turn sometimes physical action you have to do sometimes the mind action you have to do sometimes in the intellectually you have to do isn't it in serving the society or your own family. Kayena, you do the cooking, etc. Manasa, you console and love them. Buddhya, you give them the advice, you think for their betterment. Indriyahi, use the indriyas. यही तो करेंगे ना daily. Buddhya also you do it. You think how my child will be better. So you give him advice, beta aisa जीना. You do it because you are at that stage in that duty. After 10 years, that duty will not be there because by that time he will grow. Now, buddhya, you are doing the work. संगम त्यक्त्वा आत्मा शुद्धि के लिए करो. So to the emotional work. You love your child, you console and all. वो हमेशा नहीं होता. उसकी शादी होने के बाद he will not care you also. He has got wife or she has got husband. अब they are enough for them. They don't need mama anymore that time. They should understand. Don't cry. स्वामी जी मेरे चिल्ड्रन इतना मेरे को अब शादी क्यों किया फिर उसका कर दिया तो then you have to leave them. They have to go through their own life. ये सब क्यों होता है ना? When we ourselves don't have our anchor of our bhakti to God. मैं तो कहता थैंक यू, ये बंदे दोनों फंस गए एक दूसरे में, मुझे फुल टाइम है. लेट मी रिमेंबर माई कृष्णा, लेट मी रिमेंबर माई रामा, whom I was missing because of so much झंझट throughout life. अब तो फुर्सत है. And those are more lucky who are not fully well healthy. Therefore 10 people are there to serve and to do nothing. आराम से बैठ के बुलाओ कृष्ण को, राम को. कितना आनंद है. कितने लोग फंसे हुए हैं. They want to remember Krishna and Rama. They can't because they're so busy in the world. Compared to them, we are so lucky. Nobody wants us. Excellent, no? बढ़िया idea है. So chant it twice enough. Om kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindriyairapi yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye kayena manasa buddhya kevalairindriyairapi yoginah karma kurvanti sangam tyaktva atma shuddhaye. So this topic is such elaborate, no? How many thoughts we have to discuss, share in that. One of the important is let no action of our body, senses, mind, intellect add to the impurity of our heart. Impurity is फलाशक्ति. अब फिर फंसी जा रहे हो आप. देखो द कॉम्प्लिकेशन इन दैट. इफ यू टेल कर्म फंसा रहे आपको छोड़ो, हम कर्म ही छोड़ देते हैं. If you say do the karma, then we get caught up in the falasakti and impurify our heart. Therefore, neither we can give up the karma, nor we should hold on to the karma phala. Thus, purify the heart. And the most important, as we said just now, once we find that purity in the heart, when you do the karma for that, definitely the purity comes. फिर फंसना नहीं नया नया कर्म में. Focus on the truth, focus on the reality. It is not indulged in the karma so much that you are tired or exhausted, fatigued. Therefore, to relax, you come to the spiritual class. It should be the other way around. You are so much trying to gain the knowledge and do meditation. Wherever you are not able to do it, that disturbance को remove करने के लिए you go to the world and do seva and come. ऐसा अपने आप को मोल्ड करना है. जो आप मोल्ड करोगे, आदत बनाओगे, वही आदत बनता है. यू आर द मास्टर ऑफ योर लाइफ, यू आर द गुरु ऑफ योर लाइफ फाइनली. बिकॉज कोई गुरु को मानते तो है नहीं. वी आर द गुरु, वी आर द मास्टर. वी हैव टू नो. सी दैट माया. लोग होते हैं कि नहीं, सो बिजी इन द वर्ल्डली थिंग्स. एक हफ्ते में एक बार चेहरे दिखाने के लिए दे कम टू शास्त्र और सत्संग. So they are impurifying only themselves more. Come to satsanga more and more, study shastra, try to do sadhana. When not able to do because of inner and outer compulsions, do something that come back to this. And some of us may be like that at our level of maturity. May so many obligations, tensions, anxieties, and worldlinesses are there in us. It's okay. Therefore, 90% we are in the world. But what is to be questioned or answered or thought of is in the heart. Do you have for your own self that I must study Shastra, deeply understand them, meditate and know the truth? And that you can't tell anyone, it is your own personal. That if you can maintain, you are saving yourself. I am saying myself, saving myself. At this moment, I am so busy in the worldly activities for various reasons, but none of these are my goal. My goal is to be at the feet of the Guru, study Shastra deeply, meditate and realize the self. अगर इस बात में पक्का है, then pray to God and Guru. Then whatever the works are there, keep on doing them with that thing in the mind. ये सारा अकाउंट क्लियर हो जाएगा, then we'll go. अगर वो वाला नियत साफ नहीं है, नियत साफ इज नॉट विथ रिगार्ड टू एनीवन, मेरा ही नियत मेरे लिए कि आई एम नॉट एमिंग एट द मोक्षा थ्रू परमात्मा प्राप्ति, एंड आई एम नॉट एमिंग that it is through the study of Upanishads and Shastra, then I am not clear in my understanding. I am not correct in my understanding. Then never ever I will give up karma. वही खत्म होता है और मैं खुद ही स्टार्ट करता हूँ. बच्चे कहते हैं पापा हम संभालेंगे, एंड वी स्टार्ट अनदर ब्रांच. देन पोते आ जाते हैं, पापा हम दादाजी हमने, देन वी स्टार्ट थर्ड वन. दैट मीन्स यू आर नॉट स्पिरिचुअल साधना के लिए हमारी नियत साफ नहीं है. पर्सनल वर्ड, you have to make it very conscience clear. Niyat saf in English is called, we are very clear in conscience that that's my goal, that's my means. Right now I'm not able to do because of so many obligations. I'll finish them and go for it. I will not entangle in the new ones. Like in my case, I'll study Shastra and teach it. If I'm tired, exhausted of it, I'll go for my sadhana meditation only. In fact, that is my goal first. Not able to do that now. Because of that, I'm doing classes. Lower than this, I'll not go to anything. My mind is very clear. Now, if you ask me, so many address in a school or college, I can't teach Brahma Vidya to them. No, I can't. I don't want to talk anything other than Brahma Vidya. Therefore, I will not go. मेरा क्लैरिटी हो गया. अब इतना इंपॉर्टेंट चीज गुरु भगवान दे रहे हैं, इफ यू आर नॉट एक्नॉलेजिंग इट, देन इट्स अ प्रूफ दैट वी आर immature. In the niyat should be very clear for ourselves. It's not niyat mean don't take it negatively. जैसे लोगों में बात है तो नियत साफ नहीं है इसलिए तुम्हारे चेहरे पे वाणी पे फर्क है. रामा, नॉट दैट वी आर सीइंग. नियत साफ मीन्स माय ओन क्लैरिटी, that I have to know the truth and get moksha. Otherwise, millions of lives I'll continue in the same way as I'm going through. Born and dying, in between some enchantments, excitements, and once they are getting oozed, then the fear of death, attachments to things and beings, and that discomforts that I have not enjoyed everything. फिर भी लोगों ने मेरे को रिकॉग्नाइज नहीं किया, फिर भी मेरे काम का उसका अवार्ड रिवार्ड नहीं मिला. अरे महात्मा जी कहाँ फंसे हो? That means how much we are still taking the world and world happenings as real. इसका अर्थ we have not paused and contemplated. Remember the whole globe, Earth, with 820 million human beings and all insects and animals, when you go into the space, it is as small as a राई का टुकड़ा. राई होती है ना, small one. Only that much is. Rai, so small seed it is. The whole globe is only that much. In that, you and as human being are nothing but microbes, microorganisms. Bacteria have some. If you go into the bacteria and really dissect it, it also has got a structure and everything like us. Something. The importance which we give to all that, to reduce it, we are saying the consciousness self is so infinite and vast. We have to reach to that. Instead of that, we as a jiva, identified this upadhi in this world, pursue all the worldly activity and expecting these things. My talents are not recognized. I am not acknowledged. I am not valued, respected duly. हाई किस आई की बात कह रहे हो भाई? जीव भाव की बात है. एंड ये दिल दिमाग किसने दी? भगवान ने दी. इससे हजारों गुना भगवान किसी को दे सकते हैं. वेयर आर यू? हाउ कैन यू बी देयर एज ईगो? That is a very utter ignorance. It is considering I am there, I am the doer. It is because of me the things are happening. Therefore, I must be recognized. This fellow doesn't know LKG also of the spirituality. If somebody is in that attitude. So all this understanding is the result of this. Kayena mansa buddhya kevala indriyapi yogina karma definitely kurvanti, but sangam tyaktva atma shuddhe kurvanti. Atma shuddhi is sattva guna, and in that the desire for Bhagavad darshana, Bhagavad anumoti, Bhagavad upasana, Bhagavad प्रार्थना कितना भरे रहेंगे कि उस आसन से उठने को ही मन नहीं होना. That's called actually asana siddhi. Parikshit 7 days did not move from the asana. वॉशरूम के लिए भी नहीं गए, चाय पानी के लिए नहीं गए, बिकॉज जिज्ञासा टू लिसन टू भगवान्स कथा एंड ऑल. थ्रूआउट लाइफ ही डिड सर्विस द कंट्री. संगम त्याग तो आत्मशुद्धि. दैट्स हाउ श्राप लग गया. तुरंत ही इन्वाइटेड गुरु, रिक्वेस्टेड द गुरु, went on listening, and it happened to him, the moksha. Friends, we have two more beautiful shlokas of 9th chapter. Then Vishnu Dharma Purana may be lot of beautiful quotations. As I was referring to you, कि today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 3 days the class are very important. They are going to come. Actually, what we have studied also very important. गीता तो हमको फेमिलियर है, इसलिए हमको जानते हैं ऐसा लगता. बट नो, विष्णु धर्म पुराण में जो छड़ी लगाएंगे, झड़ी सारी लड़ी ऑफ साधना जो लगाएंगे ना, 1 2 3 4 these have to be done, leading to the qualification for moksha. They have to be taken to the heart literally. Beautiful things they are. Let us slowly, steadily study it. Thank you. Om, 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 Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो परम ऋषिभ्यो परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः. तत्सत्. ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. थैंक यू. तत्सत्.